family mode.
Good evening everybody, and thank you for joining me on this training. Before I get started, I just wanted to explain about the 7-day plan. If you're in my team, I'm asking you to post a 7-day plan on Facebook each week, and that's purely to show what your planned activity is for the week. It doesn't matter how comprehensive it is or how small it is. Obviously, it depends what time you've got available, but it does help me give my team members the help that's available. So ideally, if you want one-to-one help, then you really need to be posting your 7-day plan online on either a Sunday night or a Monday morning. Otherwise, it's very, very hard for me to help you if I don't know what you're planning to do. Okay, so this evening we're going to go through contacts and opportune contact marketing, and also doing an effective one-to-one. So making contact. So when you want to have a one-to-one with somebody, what do you say? Okay, so here are some examples. So first of all, you need to know your objective. So when you're messaging somebody, what is your objective for the call? Are you inviting them for coffee? Are you inviting them to a Skype call because maybe they live further away? Or do you want them to watch the online BP? And that's very much what you gear the invitation towards. Now, always remember, it's an invitation, not a presentation. So you do not want to be giving them every single bit of information on the phone or by text. What you want to be doing is just giving them a brief amount of information, just enough to get their curiosity to be able to get them to meet you, really. And the more exciting you make it, the more likely they are to meet you. So you need to get them interested. So you need to show them what's available, what might be in it for them, and why they should meet you. But at the same time, you need to obviously keep it quite brief. Also, be prepared for their questions. So if you invite people for a coffee, they're very likely to say to you, well, what is it then? So if you're asked what it is, then always have a look at your scripts in the First Steps to Manager manual. In there, you can find the answers. I think the best one is to just go back to them and say it's Forever Living Products. Have you heard of it? And see what they come back with. Also say it's a $2.6 billion health and nutrition company. We're based in 158 countries worldwide. Really hard to explain to you in a message. So could you meet me for a coffee or a Skype call? And try and keep it quite simple, but don't be too evasive. Okay, so what would you say? So if you're messaging a friend, keep it very light. As I say, keep it very, very brief. So, hi Alison, as you probably know, I've just started a new business and it's going really well. I just wanted to share some information with you so you would know more about what I'm doing. That's not because I can't spell, that's because my K doesn't work on my keyboard, okay? Just want to point that out there. It would be great to catch up, and I promise I'm not trying to sell you something. Are you free Tuesday or Thursday PM? Okay, so really simple. You just want to share some information with them. I always put in, I'm not trying to sell something, because I think that that's what people think in the back of their minds. They're thinking, oh, I'll meet her for a coffee, but it's probably going to cost me £20 because she's going to try and sell me something. Okay, so what if you know their hot button? Now, their hot button is why you think they would be interested in the business. Now, I don't use this one as often because I find that actually you tend not to know people as well as you think you do. So it might be that you assume they want something, but in fact they don't. So if you know the help button, so say you've got a friend that's always complaining that they've got no money, or they hate their job because they have to work every evening, or they have to work Saturdays, that kind of thing. So hi Alison, as you probably know, I've just started a new business and it's going really well. I thought of you, as you often say, you don't like the hours at work. And I wanted to share some information with you. Obviously, I don't know if it's for you or not, but if you meet me for a coffee, I can tell you more, and I promise I'm not trying to sell you anything. Are you free Tuesday or Thursday PM? So again, keep it nice and simple. By saying, I don't know if it's for you or not, then what you're actually doing is giving them a bit of an out. If you say, this is going to be absolutely perfect for you, it's exactly what you're looking for, I know you've been looking for something just like this for absolutely ages, then you're putting them under quite a lot of pressure, because then they'll feel like if they meet you, they're then going to have to sign up there and then. Okay, so keep it really light. Okay, and the next one is the help approach. So genuinely, the more people you show the business to in a short pace of time, the better, because people will make an assumption about what you're doing. And what you want to do is get away from their assumptions, and give them actual facts. Okay? So, hi Alison. As you know, I've just started a new business. Oh, what happened there? And I want to ask for your help. I would really value your opinion and wanted to show you our presentation so you could give me some feedback. It would be great to catch up, and I promise I'm not trying to sell you something. Are you free Tuesday or Thursday PM? Okay, so I did this quite a lot when I first started. It's a great way of people agreeing to a one-to-one with you, because they feel no pressure at all, because you're basically asking for their opinion and their advice, so they don't feel that you're trying to sign them up, as it were. But they will give you feedback. That's the only thing. I might have sat with somebody for about half an hour while she gave me really lengthy feedback on my presentation. But it's a great way of getting information in front of people. And a lot of the time, when you say to somebody, can I show you this information? I don't think it's for you, but I just want to see who you know that might be interested, that kind of thing. You often then find that maybe the person in front of you is then interested in the business. And I've got quite a few team members that I didn't think would be interested in the business at all, but actually once they saw the presentation, saw something in it for them and joined straight away. So what you're doing, as GoPro says, is you're educating people, showing them some information, and then they make a decision about whether they're interested or not. So the more people you show, the better. If you can't pin them down for a one-to-one, then obviously just send them the online BP. That's a great way of getting information in front of them. The positive about a one-to-one is that you very much tailor it to them, which you'll see a little bit later on when I do a demonstration of it. Whereas a BP is much more generic. It's designed for absolutely everybody. So a one-to-one is a much better approach if possible, but it's not always possible. Sometimes people are extremely busy and they're not able to meet you. So who do you contact? So it's all very well saying this is the way you contact, but who do you contact? Well, you want to show your new business to absolutely everybody that you know. So you write a list of everybody that you know, and that's your database. So we call it a warm list, or a who do you know list, or 100+ list. So you should all be making your list. You should all be adding to it regularly. And what you do is you work your way down your list. So you have to try as much as possible to become very businesslike and very much show as many people as possible, contact as many people as possible. So get an idea in your head of how many people you want to contact per day, and try as much as possible to stick to that amount of contacts. It's not always possible. Obviously, life gets in the way sometimes, but try as much as possible. Okay? So if you feel your warm list is getting short, Add to it. So I add to my warm list absolutely every day. I aim to add at least 3 to 5 names to my warm list every day. So, great thing to add people to your warm list is Facebook. I don't mean going and adding random strangers that you've never heard of. What I mean is getting in touch with people that you know. So go and find your old school friends. If you find one, you'll probably find that they're friends with a lot of others. People that you used to work with, people you used to go to the gym with. Wouldn't do people you used to date, that can get really complicated. But people that you used to know that maybe you're not in contact with anymore. In your 5 Steps to Manager manual, there's some memory joggers. So things like hairdresser, architect, acupuncturist. So have a think about what kind of professions you know that you haven't got on your list yet. Like, for example, teachers. So who used to teach you at school? Who teaches your children at school? What about the teachers that have left the school? A great one is to go through old phones. So have you got any old phones knocking about the house that you don't use anymore? Because maybe they've got contact details on there that you've forgotten about. Now, the other way that I constantly add to my warm list is opportune contact marketing. Now, a few of you have probably heard of contact marketing before and probably visualise standing in the high street with the clipboard, taking people's names and numbers. It's not what I do. I don't feel comfortable doing that. What I do is talk to people. So I quite simply make new friends wherever I go. So, for example, have a little think about what you've done in the last 24 hours. So where have you been? Have you taken the dog for a walk? Have you been to the park with the children? Have you been out for coffee? Have you been out for a lunch? Have you been shopping? And what people did you come into contact with during those times? So I went out for breakfast this morning, met a lovely lady, very bright, bubbly, got her phone number. So when you're in a coffee shop, you're in a bar, restaurant, anything like that, look out for people that you think are the kind of people that you'd want to have in your business and talk to those people. So this is what I would say. So if you're in a shop or you're being served by somebody, you could say, you have really great customer service and you're exactly the kind of person that I'm looking for my business. Can I just ask, would you be interested in an extra income? And just see what they say. Okay, another great one is, do you work here full time? Do you like working here? So I'm recruiting for people at the moment and I was just wondering, I know it's a bit random, but would you be interested in an extra income? That's a great one because usually, depending on where you are, but if you're somewhere like Costa Coffee or Tesco's, if you ask the person if they like working there, very rarely do they say yes. Okay, even if they do say yes, just say, do you get enough hours? Are you interested in earning an extra income on top? Okay, when it's a beautiful sunny day, not like today, so you just say, it's really lovely today, isn't it? It's really hot. When they agree with you, you say, what would you be doing if you weren't stuck inside here today? So usually they'll say something like sitting in the garden, going to the pub, something like that. Then you say, if I could show you a way of earning an extra income, working when and where you want to, would you be interested? And again, just see what they say. Okay, most of the time you're going to get a positive response, and this very much like everything else is just a numbers game. If they say no, that's fine, just walk away. Probably not going to see them again anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just say thank you. Okay, if they say yes, the next step is to get their phone number. Now, do not ever bottle it and give them your business card. You could hand your business card out all day, every day, and chances are they will never ever ring you. Unfortunately, people aren't proactive. So you need to take control and you need to get their number. Okay, so what you say is, obviously now's not a really good time to talk because you're at work, but if you give me your number, I'll give you a call or a text later and I'll explain all about it. Okay, and at that point you hand over your phone. So assume they're going to give you their phone number. Don't wait for them to answer. Okay, I do this so much and people don't say no to me because I just assume. Okay, so get them to jot their number in your phone. Ask them when the next day office or when the next evening office, because that's when you want to be texting them or ringing them. Say, brilliant, I'll give you a call then. And make sure you call them at the time you said. So if they say they're off work on Tuesday, make sure you call them on Tuesday, because you've got to get a real sense of urgency about this. If you're saying to them, this is a fantastic opportunity, you'll absolutely love it, and then you don't ring them for a week, it kind of sends out the wrong message. Okay? So wherever you go, whatever you're doing, if people are nice and smiley and chatty to you, just chat to them, ask them what they do. You know, if somebody's going out for a dog walk, ask them, oh, how come you got the day off today? Do you normally work? And just start up a conversation, and you can move the conversation always towards what work they do and what job they do. And that's what you want to know. Okay, so we're now going to do a demonstration of a one-to-one. And I'm going to unmute my very faithful assistant, Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hello, Sally.
Hello, are you awake?
I am, yes, thank you.
Good. Right, hold on. Right, I'm going to do an exact one-to-one, as if I was doing it on a brand new prospect. And Amanda has very kindly offered to be my guinea pig. So thank you for that, Amanda.
You're more than welcome.
Okay, so hi, Amanda. Thank you for meeting me.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of information about our business, and obviously you can see if there's anything in this for you. But what I'd also like you to do is kind of wear two hats, if that's all right with you. I'd like you to also have a think about what kind of people you know that might be interested in this opportunity. So we very much like to help people that are in loads of debt, or people that are searching for a job, maybe people that are sick of going to job interviews, people that are working extremely long hours, or people that are being made redundant. There's a lot of redundancy out there at the moment. Or even just people that are really, really fed up with their jobs. And also people that are looking for a flexible way of working alongside their children. So if you could keep an open mind and just think about people like that as we go through the presentation, that would be absolutely great.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to ask you another question now. Okay, so if you look at the screen right now, what would be your number one priority right now if you could only choose one?
Oh, um, um, um. It's either the extra income or the financial freedom.
Okay, so if we take extra income first, what would that mean to you?
It would mean I could take my kids out and do a bit more with them, maybe go out a bit more myself, just be a bit more relaxed instead of having to count the pennies each month.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people say something very similar to that actually. Okay. So if we now take financial freedom, what would that mean to you?
Well, very similar. It would just mean I wouldn't have to worry at all
Okay.
about money and that I knew my kids would be okay.
Okay. So with the way things are at the moment, not being too nosy, but if you didn't have something like forever, would it be an option? Can you see things changing in the near future where you would get the extra income and the financial freedom?
Um, Not really. I have a cake business at the moment, so it's not great pay, and I'm working extremely long hours, so it's not something that I can necessarily see as taking me to where I want to go.
Okay, so let's have a look at the business and we'll see if there's anything that would interest you. Okay, so I'm going to give you a bit of a background about the business first. So, for
Do we
everybody,
get a dog when we join?
sorry,
Do we get a dog if we join?
no, you don't. I'm afraid they are optional. Um, okay, so for if you aren't so worried about what kind of background you've got, what kind of qualifications you've got, it's all about people wanting more out of life. So like you've just said about wanting a bit of extra money, wanting financial freedom for your children. What we're looking for is the people that are looking for more, that people that aren't satisfied with just carrying on with the way things are and their job and their life at the moment. So we're looking for people with ambition that maybe want a little bit more. And obviously, if you want to buy a pet, that's absolutely fine. This is my friend Sarah, and that's her very tiny puppy called Hugo. And Sarah used to be a solicitor, working huge amount of hours. So maybe not so much looking for an income, but just looking for a bit of a life. She was working about 80 hours a week, bless her, before she found Forever. She now does Forever full time and gets to spend huge amounts of time with her little puppy. So I absolutely love this slide. So I've been asked before what I would do if I had loads of time. And I've been asked before what I would do if I had money. But usually, if you've got lots of time, it's because you're unemployed and you don't have any money. And if you've got lots of money, it's because you're working really hard and you don't have any time. So what would you do if you had both? Say you were one of these lucky people that won the lottery. What would you do with your time and your money?
Oh, I'd probably travel, I think.
Okay.
Have some nice holidays.
Oh, okay. And what kind of travel would you do?
Oh, not into camping or glamping really. I like the expensive holidays on nice beaches and kids clubs and things like that.
You're not into getting your wellies out then?
Not on holiday, no.
Okay. So somewhere nice and hot and sunny?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Have you travelled much in the past?
A fair amount, yeah, but don't really have the opportunity at the moment.
Okay. That sounds very exciting. Okay, so it's just a little bit of a background about Forever. So as you can see here, we're a huge company. So we're in over 150 countries worldwide. Our turnover is in excess of 2.6 billion, and we're underpinned by 1.5 billion pounds worth of assets. So when I first looked at this business, I had my own IT business. I was working lots and lots of hours, but maybe not really getting the income that I wanted, and certainly had no free time. So when I looked at Forever, it ticked all the boxes with having lots of free time and being able to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and being able to spend more time with my son. But I needed to know it was secure. If I was going to put time and energy into this away from my other business, I needed to know that it was going to be around. And I was absolutely blown away by the stats that you see here. And also, we've got our Investors in People Gold Award. So have you heard of Investors in People before?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so as you know, it's a initiative by the government to look at companies' training and support, and we're really proud to have gold standard. So again, most people come into Forever when they've got a lot else going on in their lives. So it might be a job, a family, a business like I had. And I needed to be able to hit the ground running. I didn't have time to kind of test the waters and see what worked. I needed to be shown what to do. And that's very much what Forever does. It allows you to fit into the real nooks and crannies of your life. So this is our head office in the UK. So we were founded worldwide 37 years ago. So we were founded in America, but we've been in the UK since 78, and we're absolutely booming in the UK at the moment. So this is actually last year's figures, and we've actually gone up to 75 million this year. So we are completely growing and growing, and that's quite surprising considering how long we've been here. Okay, so this is our company sales figures. When I first looked at this, what I loved was the fact that we've continually made a profit. So we started at a profit and we've always made a profit. I think most companies' sales figures would actually go up and down quite a lot, whereas we've constantly grown. I think that's quite rare, do you?
Yeah, that's quite interesting, especially during all the recessions and things like that.
Yep, yeah. And again, I was looking for something that was going to be secure. So it ticked that box, definitely. So the reason that we've done so well is firstly our product range. Without good products, as you know, we wouldn't have a good business. We're in the health and nutrition marketplace, which is set to be the next $1 trillion industry. I don't know about you, but most people aren't content just to go to the doctors. They want to take care of their health and maybe limit the amount of times they need to go to the doctors.
Yeah, well, as you can see, I'm incredibly fit and very very interested in maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
Yep, yep, that's very true. And we've also got a proven business model. So the way we do business now isn't guesswork. It has been the same for the last 37 years. We've make a huge success long as you follow the tracks that the business is placed on, really. So it's kind of like a follow my leader business. So all our products are based on aloe vera. Have you used aloe vera before?
No, not really. Well, mind you, I suppose we used to keep bees, and I had an aloe vera plant that I used to use for bee stings. So yeah, I suppose so.
Cool. Well, we're actually the world's largest grower of aloe vera, and we're also the world's largest grower of bees. No, not grower,
We
keeper
grow
even.
bees here.
So most people know aloe vera as a Burns plant, but it's actually, as you can see there, it's got lots of different reasons to use it. Actually, it does a huge amount of good. I think a lot of people don't realise. So as you can see down the bottom there, we've got lots of different accreditations. Um, but the one that really struck me, both when I started using the products and when I started the business, was our 60-day money back guarantee. So you can completely use a product. If you don't see a benefit, you get your money back, even if it's completely empty. And I think that's quite rare to actually be
Yeah.
able to use a product up. Okay, so what makes our aloe unique? Well, we only use the inner leaf gel. So if you imagine, if you break open an aloe plant, all the goodness is on the inside. We harvest it all by hand. And what we actually do is we keep the nutrients alive within a bottle or a tube without heating it at all. So we have a cold press system, which means that we retain all the active ingredients. And because we've got such a unique way of keeping our aloe alive, we've then patented that. So we've got the most superior products on the market and nobody can copy what we do. Does that sound good?
It certainly does, yeah, because you don't want everyone doing the same thing.
No, definitely not. You need something that's unique, don't you? And
Mm.
in the UK, we've also got our own advisory board. So Peter's our GP, Dawn's our nutritionist, and David's our vet. So these guys give us lots of training and lots of
Sorry, Sally, why have you got a vet on there?
we got a vet because although the products aren't tested on animals, they can all be used on animals. So
Uh,
we have products for animal skin conditions, digestive problems. For example, I use vet spray on my puppy to keep his fur nice and healthy. So the animals
okay,
get the same benefits that we do.
okay,
Yeah. So
yeah,
as I say, they provide us with training, etc. But what they also do is run their own forever businesses, so they know exactly what kind of help we need to run our business. So do you have animals?
yeah. I've got 3 cats.
Ah, cool. Well, there might be some products that will interest you then.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so we have over 250 different products. We have personal care products, for example, like our deodorant, but our deodorant doesn't contain aluminium, and aluminium is seen as quite a worrying ingredient now. So our deodorant is just as effective, but it's a safer, healthier alternative. So we have products that your friends and family would use every day. And as I say, we've got sports products, weight management products, skincare. But actually, our biggest seller each year is our drinking gel. So did you know you could drink aloe vera?
Oh no, no. Does it taste nice?
It does if it's mixed with something. I'm used to it now, actually, to be honest. I take it straight now. But it only takes you about 3 or 4 days to get used to the taste of it. And it's very good for you, which is probably why it doesn't taste that good.
Okay.
So the drinking gel has 200 nutritional compounds in it. So it's a really good healthy tonic. It's also really good for pain conditions like fibromyalgia, really good for digestive problems like IBS, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. Really good as an anti-inflammatory, so it's a natural anti-inflammatory, and also really good for your skin. And also very good for your immune system. So I started drinking this about 3.5 years ago when I was constantly ill. I was ill all the time. It was ridiculous. Started drinking the drinking gel, and it's just boosted my immune system enough that I don't catch everything going around anymore. So I feel a lot healthier.
Oh, good.
So the way we distribute products is slightly different and much, much simpler. So we own the fields where the aloe's grown. We own the manufacturing process, so we guarantee the quality. And it then goes to an independent distributor like myself, and I recommend it onto the consumer. And by doing that rather than the traditional route that you see on the right there, it means that up to 68% of the profit goes back to me as the distributor. And it also keeps the cost down for the consumer as well. And it also means that we have really good customer service. So we really look after our customers. So with a traditional retail outlet, like on the left-hand side there, you'll have a huge amount of customers all going into one place. And they probably don't really know what the customer needs or what the customer wants. But what we do is very different. So we have a very small customer base. We get to know our customers really well, and we look after them, which means they then keep coming back to us. So it's a bit of a win-win, really. So we don't stock in shops. We choose not to. We're a $3 billion company, and we don't need to stock in shops. And that means that we don't have the rigid hours that staff have to work in shops. We don't have to buy loads of stock, and we don't have that huge investment that you have when you start up any sort of traditional business. So with team marketing, you work completely flexible hours. So you can work this around your children, around your other business. Obviously, you don't have to carry stock. You don't have to employ staff. And what we suggest you do to start is that you buy a starter box, which has got products that are already discounted. And it gives you the opportunity to drink the drinks, rub the creams in, get a real good idea of what the products are like so that you get your own personal testimonials.
Okay, what kind of cost are we talking about?
Okay, as I say, it's a reduced price. It's £199.75, and that gets you over 20 products plus all the literature that you need to start your business.
Okay.
Okay. So as I say, our business is very much based on personal recommendation. So if you go and see a really good film, you might mention it to your friends. Have you done that before?
No.
Okay, what about a book or a DVD or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay, well, a lot of people will tend to talk about things at the school gates and things like that. So that's very much what our business is based on, that you use the products yourself, you then recommend them on to your friends, and we get paid really well for doing that. Does that sound good?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Okay, this is very much our job description. So we help you develop 20 regular customers, and because the products are unique, you only need a really small customer base. We then help you find 5 key people, if you wish, that like you want to earn an extra income. And as I said earlier, it's a follow my leader business. So once you've got your business in place, you quite simply show people what you've done to build your business. So this is the interesting bit. Do you want to know how we get paid?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, so with your 20 regular customers, they all spend on average £25 per month. So your sales would be about £500 per month. So we get paid when we start off 35% on our retail, and that grows as your business grows. So you get an immediate 35% profit on everything that you retail. So you're looking at about £200 per month paid into your account. So would that work for extra days out, etc., with your children?
Yeah, that'd be quite nice as an extra pocket money, yeah.
Okay, and then if you want to earn more, you quite simply team build. So as you can see the example there, if you were to find 2 people that like you want to earn an extra income and you help them build that extra income, they then find 2 people that are looking for an opportunity like this and they help them build an extra income, and that keeps duplicating. So everybody still has that very small customer base, and they start off by helping their customers. But because there's 30 of them now in your team sales would be £15,000. So this is where it gets really clever. Forever pay you what's known as your coaching and team building bonus. So you get paid on average 8% of your team's turnover, but that's paid to you directly by Forever. So that's like our monthly wage.
Okay.
So for a team of that size, you're looking at about £1,200 per month paid into your account. And that's probably only about 10 to 15 hours work a week built up over time. So does that sound good?
It does. It definitely sounds better.
Okay. Oh, sorry, gone cloudy. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so the bigger your income, the bigger your team, the bigger your income. So I know people on all different stages of income. It just depends what their goals are, what they want out of their business, and how much time and energy they put into their business. But what Forever also do is they have like a royalty style income. So this might work for what you were talking about earlier, where you wanted financial freedom. So for everybody that you get to a certain position within Forever pay you month in, month out for life. So it's a way of building up like a pension plan.
Okay.
And it's also willable, so you can will it to your children if you want to. If they're nice to you.
Yeah, they're not.
No, will it to somebody else, then that's fine. Okay, Forever are very, very incentive based. They look after their business owners really well and totally spoil them. So this is the icing on the cake. Every year we're awarded something called Chairman's Bonus. So if you qualify, you get a proportion of the company's profits. And as you can see there, the checks range from $4,000 to $1 million. Better. Starting checks, as you see there, the lady right in the middle with the blonde hair, that's my friend Claire Cotter-May. She got a starting check for about $4,000, so it's about £3,000.
Okay.
And it's just a reward for a job well done. And that's kind of like month 13. So have you ever worked anywhere where you've had a bonus before?
I have, yeah.
Ah, was that when you worked in the city?
Yeah, I worked in banking, so yeah.
Ah, but you don't get a bonus anymore.
No, not with making cakes. Sometimes people say thank you, but that's about it.
And would you like to go back to the world of bonuses?
I'd like to go back to the world of bonuses, not necessarily back to the world of banking, though.
No, I don't blame you for that. I'm sure you don't want the stress and the long hours, do you?
No, all the commuting.
No, well, this is an opportunity to work from home, so very, very different from that. Okay, the rewards continue. So this is something called earned incentive. As you can see there, you get a monthly amount paid into your account each month for 3 years. At the end of the 3 years, you can re-qualify. You'll see that this is pictured a lot with cars, but you don't have to spend it on the car. If cars are your thing, that's great because it's a monthly amount, so it fits in really well with a car. But you can spend it on private education, holidays, whatever you want to. It's your money. Or it might go to a few more days out, or maybe some weekends away for you. And we have travel. So you said that you like to travel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so would you like to travel for free?
I would, yeah.
Okay, next year our trips are to Johannesburg and to Greece. And you get your accommodation, your spending money, and obviously your flight there and your flight back. And that's for 2 people as well. So you can take somebody with you.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So, as I say, when I first looked at this, just like you, I was really, really busy and I wanted as much help as possible to get up and running and making money quickly. And I absolutely love the amount of training and support you get. So if you decided that this was for you, I would become your personal sponsor. So I give you lots of training, lots of support. I work really closely with you in the first few weeks. So if you're willing to build a business and do the activity, then I'll be there to help you. And we also have lots of local training and national trainings. And at the larger trainings, you'll see exactly how big Forever is as a company, which is quite good. And you also get to hear from other people, which is fantastic. So It's your own business, you work the hours that you want to, but you do get as much help and support as you want. Does that sound good?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So when I first looked at this, I was very, very skeptical. Obviously, I was already using the products, but I'd never seen any business like this. I'd never seen a business model like this before. So it's not a get rich quick scheme. As I say, I've been doing this 3.5 years and I've loved every minute of it, and it's far exceeded the income I had when I worked in IT, and it's a lot less stress and I work less hours, but I have had to put time and effort into it. Whilst putting the time and effort in, I've had a huge amount of fun, made lots of new friends, probably had to change quite a bit, but that was all for the better. But you do have to put the effort in, which I think is fair. You know, we don't really get anything for nothing in this world, do we?
No.
Okay, so this is the end of the presentation. What we normally find at this point is people fit into one of three places. So you might say no, you see the potential, but it's not for you. In which case, I'd ask you to think back right to the very first slide and think about what people you know that might love an opportunity like this. And think about whether you'd give me their phone numbers, because if you don't want them in your team, then I'd love to chat to them about joining my team. You might be a maybe, you see the potential, but you've got some questions, and that's fantastic. I can answer all your questions for you. Or you might be a yes, you see the potential, you can see how this will give you the money that you want to be able to take the children out, to be able to go out yourself and work towards that financial freedom that you crave. So where do you think you sit?
I'm very interested. It does sound a bit too good to be true.
Okay.
So I'm probably in the maybe. I'm just a bit concerned about having enough time to do everything, and also like market saturation, because if people are joining people's team are joining people's teams, then it's surely at some point you're going to run out of people.
Oh, that's a really good question, actually. Well, Forever's been in the UK, as you saw, since 78. There's only 4,000 active distributors in the UK. So I don't know how many millions of people there are in the UK, but that's a really small proportion, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
okay.
and you will still find a huge amount of people that have never heard of it. But what you also find is that some people have heard of it and maybe are looking to buy the products again but don't know where to buy them from, that kind of thing. So more brand awareness there is out there. I found it easier now that more people are aware of it. But what
Okay.
I can do is I can send you a link to our business presentation, and that
Hmm.
will give you a lot more information about how to find the customers, how to find the team members, and how it all works. Would,
Okay.
would you like to watch that?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so if I send that out to you tonight, when do you think you'll be able to watch it?
What day is it? Sunday. I should be able to watch it tomorrow, I think.
Okay, so would you mind if I give you a call on Tuesday morning and then we can have a catch up and see if you've got any questions?
Yeah, no, not at all. That'd be good.
That'd be lovely. Okay, I shall email that through to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Right, that is how you do a one-to-one. You hope that the other person on the other end isn't as awkward as that. You've never recommended a film to anybody.
Do you want to mute me now?
No, you're fine. Thank you very much, Amanda. That was very, very helpful.
You're welcome.
That was funny. Right. Oh, I muted myself. Hold on. Right, sorry. So this evening you've learned how to make contact with people, how to constantly add to your warm list by talking to people while you're out and about. Both of those are very, very scary things to do, but the more you do them, the more you'll get used to it and the more it will become normal. And 100% promise you, the first time I was told to go out and talk to random strangers, I hated it. I didn't want to do it. But actually now, when I walk down the high street and see how many people are about that are smiley and lovely and the kind of people that I'd love to work with, it really makes me more confident in my business, because I think I'm never going to run out of people to talk to. So like everything, like guitar lessons or something else, it's a skill that you build up. The more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the more comfortable you'll become. And people are so lovely when you talk to them. I think I had all these strange ideas running through my head of what people were going to say to me. But actually, most people are flattered, and they're genuinely like, oh, you've made my day asking me that. That's really lovely. And even the ones that are a no, they're really polite no's. So go out, do it, try it, get used to it. The one-to-ones, if you haven't done many, then do them asking for help, and do them talking to people that you know quite well, and just keep practicing. This whole business is just a numbers game. The more people you contact, the more people will be interested, and the more people will join your team. So I really hope that helps you tonight. I'm going to be on Facebook probably for about the next hour, so if you've got any questions at all, then ping me a question. And I wish you all a very good week. And if you're in my team, don't forget to post your 7-day plan. Thank you.